Alright guys, what is up? We're in a game between Hawkless and Etherelien. We have Hawkless on the top hand side. This is still a tournament match, by the way, so this is going to be a tournament match. So we have Hawkless still playing the Firk, full fashion Firk, Psychic, and me, I think I was talking about the idea behind this battle group with someone. Who was it? I think Karmasov. I'm not sure anymore. Or Karamazov, sorry. And I was saying, hey, I think this battle group's not horrible, but I think that full fashion, the FS Psychic, without having to go for the Firk is better. And he said, well, what champions do you really want that aren't Firk? And I thought about it. There's only really three. There's the Overmind, the Extra-Spicer, and one more. They're all Gelibrium, actually. So there's three jellies that you would actually want because they are, I think, in my opinion, better for Psychic. But it's not really that many, right? That's not that many champions. So this deck is actually really good, or this battle group is actually really good. If you think about it, I mean, we saw last game, he had the Amp out, just like a normal Psychic deck, and he also had the burst spell that dealt like 20 damage, which is insane, right? There are very few spells that do burst 20 damage, and I believe that spell also is quite cheap. It doesn't cost that much. So this deck isn't really that bad, at least not as bad as I said before. I beforehand said that this deck was worse, maybe a tiny bit worse than Goblins, but I think I'm gonna retract that statement and say that I would say at par. I still wouldn't say it's better than Goblins, but I would say at par. I don't know. I think Goblins are pretty good if played correctly, but it's very close. They could be better. I'm not sure. Either way, now let's look at Etherelien. Etherelien here. Have I been saying this name wrong this whole time? Etherelien is fine. All right, I'm gonna keep saying that name because that's how I've been saying it my whole life. So I might have said it wrong. I say a lot of names wrong because I read it like really quickly and then I just say, okay, that's the name in my head all of a sudden. So like this is Hawkless. Good. That looks like it's correct. He has the capital L. Otherwise, you could have like Hawkless. I don't know. So Hawkless seems right. But here, this could be Ether, and then Elin. Whatever, fuck it, dude. Anyway, he's playing the fairies, which I love. I actually really like fairies nowadays, just because I don't see them very often. Oops. And they're actually kind of cool, just because they're another flying theme, but they get a lot of HP. Here we would have plus 10. They get 10 from the Chained Fae. They get 10 from Boost. Or sorry, what am I saying? 5 from the Chained Fae, 5 from Boost. They'll get 5 from War Banner. So that'll be plus 15, and then this 36 36 base HP all of a sudden has 50 base HP, and then that added to the fact that they can all get like a bubble, right? The buffer. There's a fairy that has buffer, as well as you being able to. I think there's another way to get 5 more HP, but I forgot. I think you can get 5 more in some way, but then you can also get on top of that 7 more from the KF spell that gives everybody ally Kather Forest. So all of a sudden, all these fairies have plus 27 health. So when you think they're all squishy, and then not, if you don't, if you added to that, so in addition to that, you also have these tanky corgis, right? 3 defense, 62 health. Like, what is this? 3 defense? Why does this corgi have 3 fucking defense with block? 3 defense. This is a turtle. A turtle has as much defense as a giant little corgi. Whatever. Giant little. Anyway, let's actually, I'm going to stop paying attention. I'm going to actually talk about the game now a bit. Ooh, okay, so he uses Crystallize here. Good move. He didn't want to take too much damage. He has -2 defense now. I'm not sure if he had that. I think it's because of the Paralyze, yeah. So -2 defense. So that is one thing that is negative about the fairies. They all have quite low defense generally. 0 defense, 0, 0, and then he has the 1 only. The only tanky ones being these corgis. All right, so what is he going to do? He's in the font now. He can put his Corgi Knight in the font next turn, but it's not exactly going to be safe, right? Unless Etherelien can get a kill next turn, maybe on the Mind Caller, maybe on the Infiltrator, even though the Infiltrator is at 51 HP and has the Elusive Leap up, so that'll be pretty hard. He could also look at retreating. There's no, there's only Favors up, but there's no like Norigen other than the Shrine bonus, and I think that fairies do better late game. He's attacking. I mean, he gets rid of the double tapping. Wow, he double taps. Does he have swap or something? He's not swapping here that I can see. He just basically put his... He's like, okay, fairy, you're dying or what? What does he have now to save the snare fairy from just completely being obliterated? He's going to entangle. So he's stopping the infiltrator from moving forwards. I'm not sure what the cooldown is on the elusive leap. I haven't been paying attention. Currently, champions have no spell presence. What? Occlusion was played. So Occlusion, yeah. So now there's no spells. No spells can be played. They're all faithless. Wasn't that interesting? Huh. Interesting. I mean, that's first of all really good against FS. I mean, blockade, so they can't gain AP. Not that they could anyway because of no spells. Huh. Thing is, I feel like with the dream state, you kind of want them to play spells though, or because dream state makes it so friendly champions, including this one, that come into play within 3 spaces of this unit have shielded, spell swallower, and favor, and then counsel spells. So whenever a spell is played, they gain damage. When they play a spell, you'll gain Nora, and then whenever you play a spell, you gain Nora, and then you have the shielded. So, well, it can't be attacked anyway. But I kind of feel like you would want them to play spells just because it makes it inefficient for them because you have Dream State. But if they have Occlusion, they just won't play any spells, you know? I don't know. Interesting. I mean, if you're going to play a battle group that says, hey, to your enemy, don't play any spells, you're just going to play the one relic, right? The tree relic, what's it called? Wooden Scales. Wouldn't you just play that? Because that basically says to your enemy, you're not playing any spells. All right, so the Mindcaller can attack once here. He cannot attack. He's ensnared. So look at these guys just living, man. All right, so we have swap in this chained Fae, and then he could afterwards use a magical turret. I mean, that's only 6 damage, but he could do that. Vitality Nora. Ooh, he moves up with this mutant. I doubt that, Etherelien will actually attack this mutant, though. I never attack this thing anymore. I just leave it. I just like, whatever, fuck it, leave it there. I leave this to be my last kill. I kill everything else first. And I think you can do that as Fae pretty easily, just because fairies have a lot of ways to kind of dodge around tanks, right? Because they have like, let's see. We already had the entangle, but I feel like there's also other stuff. Like, what's it called? There's a relic that gives everything pacify, and you can just put that in front of your ranged champions and then just chill. All right, so I wonder if he can kill something here. Like right now, he hasn't really had the damage out. That's another weak thing about the fairies, is they don't have the highest of damages, right? I mean, either do Firk or FS in general. I mean, that's the interesting thing. FS and Firk in general also, they kind of rely on spells, but there's no spells going to be played for the next few turns, so next turn either. All right, so can he kill this guy? 29 HP. He should be able to, or? He could attack with him, but then he'll be in range of this mutant. He can't attack. Well, can he? No, he can't attack, but he could charge, right? Unless he can't charge over the snow, but I believe he can. So that's 9 plus, what's this? What is it? Regal Presence. So equip champion ponder. If fairy, it gains impenetrable and regal presence. All right. I guess he's looking for the kill and he wanted the extra damage, but he's definitely not. See, exactly. There you go. There's the rooted. And what the rooted does is now he has mobility, basically. He can move around here. So this should be a kill, right? 11 damage. 11 plus 12, 15. What? Okay, not going over there. What you going for, buddy? Wait, but get into the Regal Presence range, or? Yeah, he's in Regal Presence for the charge. I'm so confused. What the hell is happening? Why not go for the Infiltrator? I don't know if he could charge over the snow. That was my idea. Maybe that's why he didn't do it. He's probably going to attack and then swap and then attack with the Chained Fae. That's what it looks like. So attack now with the Snare Fairy. Right? He has 20 seconds left. He has to hurry. Now I can move here and swap. He can actually retreat further because he doesn't need that much range. He only needs 3. So yeah, he can retreat 3 spaces. No, I wouldn't go that far forward. for the swap. I would, he has 7 seconds. He has to be quicker here. He's gonna swap now. Yeah. No, he doesn't swap. Okay. I'm so confused. That was a weird turn, in my opinion. I think he had the kill. Maybe not. 11. I guess he had 16 life left, and even with the Rigo presence on this, he would have only had 10 damage. Awkward turn. Awkward turn. He moved all the way around. So he rooted the mutant so we could get around it, but then he didn't just go for this guy. This guy had 28 health, and the elusive leap wasn't up. I'm wondering, like I said, if this snow was preventing him from charging, and that's why. But he now just gave up his font, right? He gave up the font. The mutant is stuck for the next turn, so that's fine. And like I said, KF has so many ways to stall tanks like this. Interesting. The Shredder can't really run away too easily just because, look at this, 5 AP to walk away 1 space. The reason for that is, 1, the impeding snow, and then second of all, the engage. What's also interesting is he's slowed because of the charge. So he only has 7 AP instead of 10. Wait, he's base 5? I guess then he would have only had 9. Almsgiver. But yeah, he gave up his font. KF have Grimlick's Bane, so he could double Grimlick's Bane here to kill the Infiltrator. It's a bit of a waste, but he really needs his font. I feel like Fairy wants to stay together. Do they have, I mean, they're... It's just that the Infiltrator is so good at 1v1s because of the elusive leap. I don't know if you can really just allow that to chill. So let's see. If he is able to, what he could do is move back here, double Gremlick's Bane. That would kill the Infiltrator. And then even though there might be a what's it called? There might be a backfire. So yeah, he can, if he could, kill the Shredder and then double Gremlick's Bane the Infiltrator so he gets his font back. That would be my idea here. He can't charge, actually. Oh, look at that. This ice train is fucking him up so hard. Look, 3, 6, and then 7. That's just as much as going all the way around. And he can't charge. He would be able to because of the crazy charger. Oh, wait, so he can go here and charge. No, he doesn't have the AP. So yeah, he can attack once. That's 10. And he has 13 left. Or sorry, 18 left. Like I said, double Grimlick's Bane. Alright, so that's 1 attack. He created more snow, though. He can use a spell. But then, does he use a spell to kill the Shredder? Okay, puts a Warbanner down. So I'm guessing he's not playing a spell then. I mean, if you're playing Warbanner, you don't have enough Nora for double Grimlick's Bane, is my assumption. Is he gonna... No, oh, he'll die to the Chilled, so he could instead just move up here. On the Mind Caller. That'd be a good idea. Just engage these 2 ranged champions. I mean, he's already in the font, so just move him up here. Right, and he's dead anyhow to the Chilled. Let's see if he sees that. If he doesn't see the Chilled, then... Ooh, Sun Blossom. Dude, this champion... Oh, yeah, okay. I forgot about that. Yeah. So he's 9 left. So Sun Blossom, does he blind? Did he blind? I don't think he blinded, no. Because he double tapped instead of blinding. And then he runs away. Oh, I guess he's trying to maybe stop the mutant from moving toward this conclave. Alright, so Infiltrator should die next turn because of the Entangle. So Entangle should be up again, which means that the Infiltrator can't run away. This champion is so insane, or this spell, I mean. He's already dead. He doesn't have to go for the Shredder. The only way the Shredder doesn't die here is if there's a... Yeah, exactly. Good move. I mean, and I think it's a good move. The only way this doesn't die, though, is if there's the spell that heals him. Nope, not there. Alright, so he got the kill. He's not trapped, but he can't double tap anything. I'm guessing the Snare Fairy will die here because Spell Presence is up again. So Mind Caller can attack the fairy once, and then he can use a spell. Warden should be safe. I don't really see a way of him or her dying at 47 health. And like I said, this fairy was positioned pretty well just to make it so that the mutant can't actually move down there very well, right? It can go over here. Like, yeah, this Snare Fairy is definitely dead. But we now have these, you know, both these ranged champions trying to deal with the Corgi Knight. Corgi Knight's only at 35 health, though. All right, so he's going backwards to deal with the Corgi. Not horrible, just because he wants his range to be able to move in again. Wow, and he leaves the Snare Fairy alive. Okay. He's going to play a spell here for the kill, right? 100%. And then he can get at least this Snore Globe. I mean, if he doesn't go for the kill with a spell, it is alive for next turn, right? There's the... Oh, okay. Shredder will kill him then. Yeah, Shredder... So he's dead from the Shredder. I should go turn my goddamn sound on. So yeah, the ping here will kill this Corgi Knight. The Infiltrator here can attack once, like I said. I wonder if he has a way of stalling it, though. If he... Ah, there you go. There's the heal. Plus 20. Ooh, and he is vulnerable right now. Can we not have this be so loud? So yeah, he used this the Fawn of Restoration there. So this Blossom actually dies now because it is from a spell. Does it leave an orb? No, it doesn't. He's at 34 health. He can't... I mean, this Norglobe up here should be safe for Hawkless. This one definitely is. Now, Etherelien this turn has to kill the Infiltrator. Yeah, or it's game. And I don't see a way for him to kill the Infiltrator, really. He only has one attack from the Warden. He doesn't even have a double tap. There is no Elusive Leap, so you could use a spell, but... Or you could use the Sun Blossom spell again. He attacks once here. It doesn't put him at half, so... Yeah, he's not at half, so the Psychic Agony won't go off yet. He could deploy, but... Yeah, there's the Ensnare. Let's see, I believe Elusive Leap is not up next turn. I believe the one after next, right? So next turn, the Conclave can double tap the Infiltrator if he's in range. But I think it's just game. We have him at half, right? This is not really a champion. This is more of a relic. Like this Chain Fade is a relic, basically, right? Snare Fairy is at less than half. He's pretty low. I mean, 71 HP. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, this guy is tanky. He has 51 base health. He gets plus 15 because of the Banner boost and the Chain Fade. And then the Regal Presence. And then imagine 71 HP, right? But then if you also have... Yeah, wording. If you also have the spell that gives ally, then he would be at 77 HP or something like that, something insane. All right, so we saw the Infiltrator move in. He was going to use a spell there, I believe, to get the kill, but we have warding, meaning that he cannot be targeted by spells. So now the question is, because he moved back one, the reason the Conclave moved back one is because he didn't want to be double tapped. But now that puts him at only 1 AP, so that means the Warden can also not double tap. Heals up for 12. God damn. Healing up a tank is so scary. It's just like, wow, this guy who has Void Shield is being healed. There's not too many. Usually, there's not too much healing. Nice card. There are not too many healing options in factions that have the Void Shield. So Void Shield you have in UD, right, on the Chosen. You have it in SL on like 2 or 3 champions, and then you have a little bit on SP, right? You have the Angel, but there's really not too many factions that have Void Shield on champions that can heal a lot, or in factions that can heal a lot. I mean, Tog does a Battle Leader, so that's kind of like late game scaling. But I mean, he has this giant ass tank in front of him with reflexes, and then these very long range Mind Callers. And not only that, when an enemy takes psychic damage, they become soul tapped. So right now, this champion is soul tapped. I believe she is soul tapped, exactly. So what that means is, in addition to the FS bonus, Hawkless is also gaining 2 extra Nora for the soul tapped. So, and that's why he's able to deploy again. Right, he's just getting so much Nora right now. He's getting the banner, or sorry, the font plus the font bonus plus the soul tapped. So he's up like 20 Nora a turn at the moment. The the Snare Fairy is stuck over here. He can't run away this way. He can only go this way. It's 10. Yeah, like I said, this is over, I think. He's not killing the Infiltrator. Infiltrator has elusive leap up again. He can just jump on the Conclave and then kill him next turn because he's vulnerable, so it's like eh. And he really okay. Is he double tapping? Yeah, he double taps. He's basically saying Snare Fairy, you can die, right? And I guess it's a good choice. I wouldn't attack here though, because you'll cause the Catalyst to go off. It gets the Nora Globe. Alright. Does this give mobility? Yeah, friendly fairies within 5 spaces have 1 speed and mobility. I see. Nice. Yeah, so this is another form of like late game scaling. It's just this relic. If you have it near you, you get that speed and mobility, which is nice. Yeah. So my color's not even dead. Oh, he has detection, yo. Infiltrator has detection, so he sees this thorn trap. I mean, he has to deal with it. So the thorn trap's not horrible, just because he can elusive leap anyway. Why is that so loud? It literally can't get any quieter. It's like either off or it's way too loud. That's the only 2 ways you can have this. Anyway, so yeah, he sees the thorn trap. He can just go and kill this pride in order to, reduce all their HP by 5. We have, let's see, 5 champions here versus 4. No, sorry, 6 champions versus 4. And this guy's about to die, so it's about to be 6 versus 3. Yeah, so I'm guessing, or I'm not guessing. I can tell you what happened. I don't have to guess what happened. Basically, the turn that Etherelien messed up is when he moved in with his Corgi Knight. Yeah, so GG. My opinion is he lost when he moved in with his Corgi Knight. And, yeah, I think he should have just gone for the guy that was in the snow. But I think he couldn't charge over the snow. But otherwise, if he had gotten that kill, he would have been a bit more defensive. But he tried to get a kill, he didn't get the kill, and he left his champions vulnerable, and he gave his font up. That's what happened. He gave his font up for no reason. He left his champions vulnerable, and he didn't get a kill. So it's just like a misplay. So GG.